The dollars and cents. We're going to be talking about I don't know what here in a little bit, but we're going to figure it out and get to it. So right after this.
We're no strangers to market volatility. From the Black Monday crash of '87 to the 2020 COVID outbreak, our markets have seen plenty of corrections and crisis in the past 3 decades. While it's only natural to be nervous during these times, it's important to remember our economy's always recovered. It's also important to remember that timing the market doesn't work, but sometimes time in the market does. Contact us today for a no-obligation analysis to make sure you're prepared for the next big market swing.
Okay, we're back, everybody. So what's going on with you?
Hey, it's good to be here. It's 70 degrees in February.
Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah.
So, hey, batten down the hatches, this kind of weather makes insurance people very nervous.
I'll bet.
Yeah. I usually lose sleep over storms more than I lose sleep over market fluctuations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because of our property casualty business.
My fingers still hurt from when I got caught in your door last night.
Yeah, that was hilarious. We got a lot of...
Ouch.
Rookie.
Yeah. Well,
rookie mistake.
You guys were being loud. I had to close the door because I couldn't hear the video inside the room.
Yeah.
So I would shut the door.
Apologize for that.
And I was trying to make the door not go ka-thunk, ka-thunk, which is why I had my fingers over there.
It didn't. I didn't even hear it shut.
That's because you heard me yelping from my fingers that got caught in the door.
It was awesome.
Glass door.
Wow, we had, 26 people?
Yeah, it was a good crowd.
Last night.
Yeah, and
pretty much everybody's got appointments now, and we have another 24 or 5 today at 2 o'clock, and then we have about, I think, 8 or 10 next week in an overflow.
Oh, so we may have a couple of slots left if somebody wants to get in there.
Next Tuesday, I'll let everybody know if we've still got spots available, but I would call the office 882-1800 and check, because I believe we do have some spots.
And that over
for the overflow,
and that's going to be a week from today, Tuesday afternoon.
I think it's going to be Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday afternoon. I call the office.
Okay, either Tuesday evening or Wednesday afternoon. I think it's Wednesday afternoon because I have an elder meeting next Tuesday night.
Yeah, I believe it is Wednesday afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Resource Center on Kingsley. So,
well, that'd be good.
Yeah, it's a good overflow. We've already had a lot of good response this year, and we just, keep doing what we do.
Well, we've had a few years to refine this, and I just think we've really got it to a good place where we've got a good product that is easy to understand, does what people want it to do, doesn't have gilt edges or fairy wing dust on it, so it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. And we've recently been able to build in those payment plans on my side, on the estate planning side.
And that's a good thing because, we try to make it work for the customer.
Absolutely.
And just because you need a plan, but you can't afford to pay a big chunk of money, and it's not huge. If I was guessing average cost around our area, we're probably 50%.
Yeah, I'd say.
That's what I think, because, we still have a little bit of integrity.
A shred or two left, yeah.
Well, I mean,
I just don't want the price to get in the way of somebody having a plan they need.
That's right.
And we can work
so
that.
I think we have perfected the process. We're able to make a living.
Yep.
And you can't ever, get upset with somebody making a living doing what they're trained in their area of expertise. And you just happen to be a very good attorney that knows what he's doing when it comes to estate planning. And so
Thanks, I appreciate
now we've kind of perfected the process to where, when you come to our workshops, you get some basic education, but then you get to sit down with me and I'll gather the information. That way you don't have to.
Right.
And that's our process that we do, and it works because I'm in my 39th year this year. I just don't know what to do.
Turning 40 next year.
Anything else, yeah. And that's right. I started when I was 1.
You're like a millennial.
Yeah. Gen Z.
Yeah, almost. You're a little too old for that.
Yeah, I guess I am.
They're in their 20s.
Yeah.
I think.
And so, we have perfected the process to keep the price as reasonable as we can. We're laser focused on that from the get-go. It's why we don't charge for these workshops. It's why we don't charge for our initial consultations.
Well, we've got it broken up for folks who have a relatively simple plan, which most folks do. We created a plan that works for most folks that they can get at a very low price for that. But folks that want to get complicated, they can do that, but then we're going to charge a little extra for that.
Right.
So the people, instead of charging $5,000 per plan, no matter how simple or complicated it is, if your plan's simple, you're going to pay a lot less than that.
A lot less.
If you want to get real creative and hands-on and dead hand control and pick all that, then no, it's going to get up there to the 5,000 range because we're adding custom language in and we're customizing it.
But anywhere else in town, that plan would be 10 or 12.
We've seen that
and
for sure.
And I've experienced that with my customers. And so, not to harp on that too much, but I have yet to meet a customer after your workshop that said, that was a waste of my time.
Oh, well.
Everybody usually says, gosh, I wish I'd have met you guys 10 years sooner.
Well, we have a lot of fun. It's a good show.
And it is a good show. It's a lot of fun. You learn a lot. That's the thing. And we encourage questions. We had a really good Q&A last night, really good questions with some substance after the fact. So that tells me that they were actually paying attention. Because you kept their attention.
Well, I know I'm the speaker, but those 2 hours go fast for me.
Yeah.
Not 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's only about one.
Well, we try to keep it to an hour, hour and 15, 20 minutes. And I think people appreciate that. But, if you haven't checked out these workshops, you need to do that. Yep. We've been doing them now.
5 years?
Pretty much full time. We do take a little bit of time during the holidays and stuff, but we've been doing them full time for, I think we're in our 6th year this year.
Maybe that's it. We started doing
solid 5.
We started doing 1 a month.
Yeah.
And now we got up to where we were doing 4.
Yeah.
Decided that might be a bit much.
You and I, you got to sleep and eat.
That's true.
Right. And so, I mean, love you to death, but, I don't need to be a roommate, and our wives are going to leave us if we don't go home every now and then.
So we do.
Right?
Yeah. So we do
4 months was
at least 2.
Little much. Yeah, at least 2.
Usually 3 because just the overflow of the demand. So
And so, we try to keep the room small so that people don't feel intimidated by crowds. So we get it. But I would just encourage people to come. The entire process that we've been doing for the last 5 years with folks, I think has been very beneficial. I have yet to meet somebody that went through our process that became clients that was disappointed in the service. Yeah. I think most folks really appreciate the effort we put forward. And I tell people all the time, the relationship is more important than anything. It's trusting that the information that we give them is accurate, and we've spent time researching these topics and making sure we're up to date on, current changes, things like that. That's, important that people, have that confidence in us. And I've heard that over and over and over before, during, and after the process. And most folks, we have a lot of great clients, and
we do.
And they know they can call, they can talk to us, they can ask questions.
And they're sending their friends in now.
We so much appreciate the referrals, and I tell my staff at the Resource Center, never ask for a referral, earn the referral.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And if you earn a referral, I think it's more valuable.
Well, and you got to treat them right because now your reputation is on the line for two different sets of customers.
That's right. So and then it continues to replicate itself over and over. So again, I would encourage folks to check us out. We are going to be having an open house coming up here for our new studio. We got to vacuum and kind of pick it up a little bit. But
we're getting close.
We are getting close, and we're going to encourage everybody to come out and check it out. It's going to be a good run.
Pick out where you want to do your
K-ROG.
show on K-ROG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Some space.
Yeah.
Bring
and
your own show.
Well, I guess we'd be willing to take on a few more
We
sponsors.
probably would.
Yeah.
It wouldn't hurt to make sure the rent gets paid and all that good
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, all that good stuff. So, but we're having lots of fun. We want to be a good community service. So if you got any comments or ideas, send them in, share them with us. Anything we can do to boost Wildcat Nation.
Yeah,
right?
love to do that. And we'll do that next week right here on
Yep,
Dollars and Cents.
sounds good.
Thanks for joining us.
You bet.
Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC. AE Wealth Management and the Resource Center, Inc. are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet a particular need of an individual situation. The Resource Center, Inc. is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this podcast shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein, provided by third parties, have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by the Resource Center, Inc. This podcast is a paid placement.